For people wondering why Native Hawaiians are begging people to stop moving to Hawaii, in the house I'm in right now, my grandmother bought this back in 1955 or so for $25,000. It is now 2021, which is 70 or so, 65 years later than that, and I just looked up my house on Zillow. This is what it's currently at, from $25,000 in 1955 to over $1.8 million in 2021. The median income of somebody in 1955 was about $22,000. For proof, here's about 1955. That's the 22,000 line. The median income of somebody right now in Hawaii is $35,000. Right again, right here, median income 2019, $35,000. If the median income has only increased about $10,000 in the past 65 years, but houses have gone up from 25 grand to 1.8 million, give or take, there is no feasible way for natives to continue to sustain themselves and live here in our homelands in Hawaii. This is why we are so upset about Mark Zuckerberg purchasing 600 acres of land in Kauai and taking that away from natives. This is why we are so upset about people on TikTok making moving to Hawaii with absolutely nothing a trend. Houselessness here in Hawaii isn't a trend. The US sends their homeless population to Hawaii. They give them a one-way ticket to Hawaii to get rid of the homeless and houseless problem in their lands, and they send them to us because they figured that these houseless people would rather live in a place with no snow or as harsh weather conditions here. And not to mention that Native Hawaiians have the highest houselessness rate in Hawaii. And I say houseless instead of homeless because we are not homeless. Hawaii is our home. We just can't afford to live here anymore. And this is definitely a different tone than my other videos because I'm past the point of being mad. I'm exhausted, as I'm sure hundreds and thousands of other Native Hawaiians are. We're exhausted. It's tiring, it's stressful to continue to educate people about why it's so wrong when people are just blatantly ignorant and do not want to acknowledge the signs and the facts and do the research and education for themselves. The research and the facts are out there on the internet. Anybody can use Google. It's whether someone chooses to acknowledge and accept the truth and realize that their actions have real consequences on anyone else but themselves. So please, I know this one TikTok might not prevent someone from moving here, but just think about your actions and your consequences about what they have on Native Hawaiians.